Hello and welcome back to Cardboard Decoy's new and improved space station base launcher. So last time we found out the other design was actually really good, so I just made some slight improvements on it. I added some rockets, some more RCS to the other half of our docking experiment, as we will begin experimenting with in hopefully this episode. We should have more than enough time to get to space, create an orbit around the moon, and then crash these three pieces into each other continuously until we figure it out. Let's just hope I remember to autosave, or not autosave, but quick save. So we'll save that, we'll go to launch. And yes, let us do this thing. Okay. There we go. And whoa, that's a wobble. I don't like that. Revert to vehicle assembly. I need to put struts in between these solid rocket boosters before they end up destroying the whole damn thing. So, also, you know what? I need Separatrons too. I always forget about the Separatrons, and they're unbelievably important in regards to making sure we don't all die a fiery and terrible death. Let's do that, and then 4. Okay, there we go. That's what I need to do. And then, we'll do... Whoa. Again, I like to build myself some expensive ships, don't I? Let's do that. And then over here. Whoop. And that will go off the same time as... no, you're not helping right now. Okay, are you? Yeah. So it's these three on the bottom. Our new thingy. Sorry, I'm using really technical terms, I know. Okay, so we put you here. Yes. Okay. Alright. What are you doing there? This is just bizarre. I hope I got the staging right. Sometimes, I mean, I understand what they're trying to go for, because it doesn't just light up like the rocket that you're selecting, but all the other ones that affects sometimes. And that's all well and good, but damn if they don't like get really, really confusing sometimes. Okay, before I forget, and it doesn't always light up too, which is the bad part. Sometimes it lights up, sometimes it's just sort of like, yeah, this one individual will light up, and I guess it doesn't affect anything else. I don't exactly know. It's not entirely intuitive just yet. This game still is in beta. This is basically early access. As awesome as it is, that is, you know, the only thing that there really is to complain about it is it's not done yet. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? Alright, let's launch. Okay, so, let's get this thing up in the air, hopefully without too many snafus. And... ready... Okay. Yes, still very stable. Good, good, good. Alright, and launch. Whee! Good times. We'll turn on SAS. So much rocketry. Rocketry? Sure. It's gonna drain this first section really fast because, like... So, from what I can tell, liquid fuel on this bar is split into sections of fuel that it burns through. So whenever it burns through this, that counts as, what, 1/3 of the equation? And then these 4 count for the next third of the bar, so it goes super slow because they're draining at 1/4 the speed as they were the first one. And then these down at the bottom are going to be the last third of the bar. So it's a little funky, but it took some doing before I figured out exactly what was going on, but that seems to be the case. A little interesting, a little weird maybe, but not entirely bad. So we're at 300 meters a second right there. Okay, cool. And still climbing, which is good. I'd like to be going at least 300 meters per second before I enter or exit the lowest part of the atmosphere. That seems to me to be a good sign of everything going just super dandy. Alright, just in time. Oh yes, that was really close. But we're going to begin our gravity turn now. Whee! Alright, we are not turning on RCS. I really want to try to preserve my RCS for as long as possible, so anytime I don't have to use it, I will not. Look how beautiful that is. Freaking purple fire and shit. Okay. And here we go, and stop. Alright, 70,000 is all we need. Let's aim ourselves over where we want to be aimed. We're going to have to turn on RCS for that. I added a bunch of RCS to this thing, so it should control fairly well. Alright. And we want to angle right about at the 10-degree mark again. Okay. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Wobble, wobble. Alright. And then RCS off. How do we look? We look like a goddamn spaceship. Flying through space. That's how we look. Do you ever have any doubts? Alright, cool. Let's see. We are quickly approaching apoapsis. Let's go ahead and... Wait, will you? Oh, okay. There we go. I was off by one space on my keys there. Alright. Up we go. And... no more time warp. And fire! Whoa, that kicked us around a little bit. Alright, there we go. 10-degree mark. The theory stands so far. Alright, we're almost out of fuel on these, which is fine. They have done their job rather nicely. Alright. Okay. We don't want to angle down too much. I'm angling down just a little bit to kind of slow our ascent on our apoapsis here. So, but really we don't want to try to negate it until it starts getting into like the 80 or 90 range. That's just a little unnecessary. Oh, how did we... There we go. I gotta correct my pitch just a little bit. Alright. And here we go. This is where things start to get a little hairy. And... Alright. That's 86. That's perfect. Which means we will now warp over to apoapsis and then try to stretch out our periapsis a little bit. Which could potentially sound really, really nauseating if you've ever given vaginal birth. That's the most disturbing thing I think I could have possibly said in regards to stretching out the periapsis. So, okay, let's see. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you know what? Let's just... There we go. We want to get this to about 85, which will happen right about there. 85 and 88. That is good enough. Alright, cool. How much fuel we have left? We got tons of fuel left. This is fantastic. It's going so well, guys. Alright. Let's quick save. Good way to undermine your apparent confidence, for sure. Let's see. Oh, whoa, 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 easy. Whoa, Jesus. Okay. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. Alright, let's see. Estimated burn 27 seconds. I don't particularly like it. I want to get much closer. Let me go ahead and set as target. Add maneuver. So what I really want to do is see if I can basically just run smack dab into the moon here. No? Okay. A little bit over here. The moon's easy, but actually calculating like really refined routes to the moon is the hard part for sure. There we go. Yeah, because what I want to do is I want to be able to like basically almost be curling around the moon as much as possible. You know, if we could get ahead of the moon and get in its sphere of influence, that would be even better. Let's do... Is here a good point? Yes, 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 yes. This is what I'm talking about. Alright. Maybe not ahead of the moon, but beside it. Yes. Okay. That's... I'm thinking. I'm like, is this a good idea? I have this idea in my head of what I want to have happen, and I have no way to communicate it. It's rather frustrating. This is why you stay in school, kids. Okay. And then we will turn towards our mark and then fast forward time a bit. Again, trying to avoid using RCS as much as possible. Want to definitely preserve as much as possible, so whenever the time comes, we can do all of our adjustments for docking as needed. without any huge issues, hopefully. If I can get this pod back on these rockets, I will count this among some of my greater Kerbal Space Program successes to date. So, I can't say I've ever tried to dock before. That's definitely going to be new for me, so this should be interesting. I get the concept. Like, it's kind of like whenever I go flying off on my EVAs and then try to get back until I see the F for board pop up. That's pretty much the same thing that's going on, except with a few other things that might be a little more nerve-wracking involved. So, we will see for certain. Okay, for certain. Alright, we are just about lined up. Really wish I could expand that nav ball so I can get a better look at it. Alright, time warp. And there we go. Oh, I can't warp any faster than this. Oh well. We'll just hang out for a second. We are slowly moving away from the mark. That's unfortunate. 2, 1. Alright, we're gonna reset our position here. Angling out just a little bit. Okay. Fast forward just a scooch. Alright, get ready to burn. T minus 13 seconds. Or so. And we are pointed. Where's the moon? Can't see the moon. Oh well, that's fine. We know it's there. Just like Santa Claus. Alright, let's go. And yes, so there we go. We got our Delta V budget here, counting down very quickly. Good stuff. Nothing too terribly uncommon at this point. And I really want those nuclear rockets right about now. Oh, okay. Let's slow it down so we can do our fine-tuning adjustments here. Okay, well, you know what? That'll probably work. Yeah, that gets us our encounter. That's all we really wanted, right? Okay, so, fast forward again. Actually, hold on. Let me check something. Yeah, we still got plenty of fuel. More than likely enough to get home as well, so that's also sort of the side quest here involved. So, what height do we want to put our space station at? We want to keep it fairly low so that it's easy to get to and back from with our landers. Of which there will be multiple experimental models of, for sure and certain. Just you wait and see. Okay. Poor Jebediah has been here for years now. Like, it's been at least 3 or 4 years of Jebediah on the moon. So, but this is the framework for that we will be using in order to get him off of said moon, and all will be well. It's okay. Hang in there, Jebediah, buddy. You will be just fine and dandy. And then we'll get you up here and get some snacks in you. And then all will be well. Okay. So we just go this way. Wee. And up, over. Slow down. Ah, the control on this freaking command pod. After piloting around all those drones and satellites, that was just ridiculous. And now we actually have some reasonable amount of control here, and it's rather refreshing. Okay, not quite there, but definitely not the, well, I guess we'll just not control our ship that we had with all of our satellites for a while there. So let's go ahead and warp just a teensy bit. Alright, maybe a teensy bit more. There we go, times 50 is good. And whoop, okay, and we are pointed retrograde, so we just need to fire, really. Okay, this works out fairly well. So let's see, you know what, let's do it at about, say, 35 kilometers. Sounds like maybe the best height for a space station above the moon. That's more than enough height to stay well above any mountains or any possible ridges or problems that we might run into, while at the same time being fairly easy to access and land from as we need. So, and that gives us plenty of height in our ships whenever we take off to adjust for where we want to go. Alright, there we go. As long as we're in the 35-kilometer range, I don't mind too much. So we're going to go ahead and circularize this orbit. Okay. Because, I mean, we've been landing from, like, 10K orbits, and so that's pretty dang close. That's about as close as I'm going to feel comfortable ever getting to the moon in a stable orbit. So as long as we can preserve that, we'll probably be fine. If we look up one day and all of a sudden our space station has careened off course and crashed into the ground, then we'll know that maybe it was not a great idea. But, you know, we tried. But, so let's go ahead and orient to retrograde again. Probably should have done this a little bit easier on the time now that I look at it, but that's okay. We got plenty of RCS. We've got so much RCS, it's ridiculous, and we want to make sure we don't screw this up. Okay. Alright. And bringing this one home. And... whoa, I was looking at the wrong numbers there for a second. That could have been bad. Alright. Where are we at? 36, 35... yeah, you know what? That's good enough for me. I'm okay with that. Look how close we are. So, now begins the process. This is going to be the fun part, guys. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and roll a little bit. Oh, that's cool. That's cool as shit. Alright. We want to kind of orient this that the ports are... these ports are going to be, what you call it, perpendicular to the surface of the moon. So, there we go. That actually is the perfect orientation for us. It's not going to matter, because as it rotates around the moon, it's going to very slowly but surely be spinning in its way relative to the moon. But at least this way, we'll know that we'll get a fairly decent amount of light from all angles, no matter where it is. Hopefully, hopefully. In the shadow of the moon, things get a little iffy, but what happens in the shadow of the moon stays in the shadow of the moon. Sure. I'll turn that into like the worst attempt at a joke ever. And we've got a ton of fuel. That's more than enough fuel to get home on. So we're doing really, really good here. I'm like, oh man, I don't necessarily want to cut out just now, but it's like, well, we're pretty much at that point. All right, let's go decouple node. And all right, node decoupled. So let's see if we can actually translate this out from our engines really quick. I think that's if we go here. Oh boy. Okay, let's try to keep this cool. And we're just slightly wiggling free. There we go. Look at it. Alright, now we've got some drift going. That's about what we wanted. Alright, decouple node. And we will... man, I have no idea which buttons are doing what, to be honest. Okay, so there we go. We got 3 separate pieces. Now our goal is to get this over to this. Alright, let's do control from here, and then we will... alright, that's up. Clearly, that's up, down. Why the hell is that up and that's down? I am very confused. Okay. And then we go up. Whoa. So it's got kind of a... oh, I know why it's like that. Alright. Let's see if we can maybe do this a little bit easier. Alright. There we go. There we go. Now it makes more sense. Very good. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Now how do I do up and down? Oh shit. Hold on. Oh shit. How do I do up and down? Oh, this is fine. Hold on. I will figure this out. Control mode. Roll. I'm not out of monopropellant. No. Okay, of course not. It would be silly. Okay. Did I turn off... Ah, I turned off RCS by accident. Okay. Whoop. Oh, this is going strangely. Alright, let's go to staging. And now what I want to do is translate down. Alright, this is almost a little bit easier. It's still weirdly upside down, though. Alright. I'm learning a whole different control scheme. Okay. Oh boy. This is... I hope this is nerve-wracking for you. So there we go. We've got that separated. Hopefully not crashing into the moon. Let's check real quick. Okay. Let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yeah. We've got... Everything appears to be in a stable orbit, so that's the good news. Yes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you hanging, and I know I'm a cruel person for that, possibly, but this is weirdly nerve-wracking in a way I cannot possibly describe to anybody, really. Whoa, there we go. That's a better orientation. And so yeah, what's going to happen is whoa. Let's see if I have this figured out right. Almost. Okay, yeah, that's down, that's right. Perfect. Okay, cool. So, yeah, what's going to end up happening now is I'm basically going to leave you all to your own devices, and then tomorrow we'll finish this docking procedure and go back home. That'll be the plan. So, yeah, this is Big Cardboard Decoy playing Kerbal Space Program. If you have enjoyed, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time for this exciting conclusion. Have fun.